Hello folks, this is Alex from Red Lemon Club, and today I'll be answering an anonymous reader's question that asks, how do you stay focused on your path? So this whole following your path thing, I mean, what exactly is a path? Why do all the gurus tout follow your path? Why should we be following any paths? Can't we just head outside and meander along in the way that we want? What is a path? I mean, do we have a calling? Is there such a thing as something that's laid out for us? Is there fate? Is there a destiny that is perfect for us? I don't think that is the case. I think path is more about something that you decide, and it's something that gives you this continual energy, or at least for the most part, a certain level of drive. If you've got that feeling that you are being pushed forward through your own momentum, then you know that you're on your own path, in my opinion. So I think at the very basic level of being focused on a path, you are someone who is driven along and is motivated and is answering to some kind of a mission, some kind of a sense of purpose, whatever it is that you are doing. So I think that's the key aspect of being on your path. But there are other ways to make path, I think, a little bit more defined and a bit more clear to you, so that you have even more clarity, which will of course lead to less, pissing about and actually getting on your way and doing what you need to do. So that starts with, in my opinion, having a mission. So I have my own mission, which is to inspire as many people to make the most of their creative skills. That's my number one mission. And then I will follow that up with, and this is what I do every morning. I'll read through my list of guiding principles in my life. So the mission is at the top. That is sort of the ultimate driving force, and there is no kind of like concrete end result with the mission. It's just a phrase that helps me get up and go and fuel that drive through whatever path I'm moving towards. So again, I have a mission that is all about inspiring as many people as possible to make the most of their creative skills and talents. So as I said, that's followed up with a purpose. So the purpose is essentially the reason why you are following a particular mission. So the purpose is, in this case, why am I trying to inspire as many people to make the most of their creative skills? Purpose being to make the world a better place through inspiring more people to be more productive and happier, because they're being more creative, they're coming to life. So that's the purpose, and that's why the purpose is a bit different to the mission. So those are two really useful guiding phrases and guiding ideas, guiding principles that will help you be driven along down something of a path. That helps as well. You could stop there and that could be enough, and you could think about that mission every day and use that as a sort of driving force to get you motivated and get you out of bed. That can be certainly powerful for many, but we could go even further than that, and we can use goals and we can use systems that allow us to be driven and motivated and clear on what we need to be doing to reach those goals. So having goals is really useful. So so if you want to be sort of ultra focused, I would say start further out. So have your number one goal for the 5-year mark. So what is the one thing that you want to happen in your life that matters the most within 5 years? That's a good one. Apply that same principle to the 1-year mark. So what's the number one thing you want to achieve or you want to move towards that's going to happen within 1 year? The reason I'm focusing on one thing is that I think goals, the reason we tend to struggle with goals is because we try to do too many or we don't do any at all. So usually it's a case of, writing down too many and then being overwhelmed with the range, okay? And I think I still think it's okay to have plenty of goals. I just think that we need to prioritize one out of the handful of goals that we've got active at any point. That really helps. So if you completely fail, at least you'll have that one main goal that you've kept on track for. And of course, as I said, life changes. You'll be updating your goals potentially as you move along. But it's really, really clarifying, and it helps with procrastination, and it helps with drive, and it helps with this being focused on your path, to have one single goal that you are focused on at any kind of milestone down the path that's ahead of you. So you've got your 5-year one, your 1-year goal, I would say. Write down your 6-month goal, write down your number one 3-month goal, and write down your number one 1-month goal. So you've got this kind of hierarchy in place. You start to see some real vision that at least takes you beyond the 5-year mark, but then of course you've got the mission and the purpose above those sets of goals. So you've really got some clarity now with identifying what your number one main milestones are as you move forward, and that really helps me with a sense of purpose and a sense of extra drive and a sense that I really am on some kind of a path. Hope that helps. Beyond that, you could do things like 30-day challenges, which will get you into a sort of set of developing a habit that you will get better at over time, and having a sort of a limited span of 30 days is really useful for developing habits within that shorter time frame. And then of course you'd have the daily list, the daily plan, which is what so many people don't do, because it seems in the moment, in the short term, to be such a kind of unnecessary hassle that people just would much rather not think about their plans and just sort of amble into the day and just allow life to happen to them. And that was me for most of my life, until I started taking daily plans a bit more seriously. So I will identify the number one thing that needs to get done that day that will move me a step closer to whatever my active goals are. So I will, for any given day, I'll probably not look at my 5-year or 1-year goals. Although, to be honest, now I'm realizing actually the value in looking at all goals every morning. It makes a lot more sense. And even better is to look at all of those goals, including the mission and stuff, the night before each day. So I would say run over all your goals. Look at your 1-month goal and think, okay, what do I need to do? What's the one thing that needs to happen today that moves me one step, 1%, 20% closer, whatever it is, to your number 1-month goal? And then have 3 or 4 secondary priorities that happen that day as well. So you want to have a number 1 major priority that tends to happen first. It's, as Brian Tracy describes, swallowing that frog, doing the thing that is the hardest, doing the thing that is the most important, doing the thing that matters the most, getting that done. And then you've got the secondary priorities. These are also things that matter the most. So it's so easy to kind of get into that busyness thing that we all experience, where we're just fighting fires and getting as many things done as possible and feeling amazing because we're getting so many things done, but actually we're not really moving forward. We're not really on any path. We're on someone else's path, right? We want to stay on our own path, and that means thinking about the things that matter the most to us, doing them, prioritizing them, and then just knocking them off one thing at a time as you move through the day. You might then apply things like the Pomodoro technique, which sort of speeds things up. Read about that, and there's also time blocks and things like that, so you can really get fine-tuned about how you plan your day in advance. So you can start to see how really, if you want to be ultra pro about making sure that you're focused on a path, you can go right from the very top, the more ethereal mission that drives you and gives you that kind of fuel and excitement and the wider picture, all the way down through the 6th month, the 3-month, the 1 month, your daily challenges, your habits, and your daily list of priorities that you move towards. All right, so that for me is my best answer for someone who's asking about how to stay focused on your path. And beyond that, you want to ensure that you're maintaining that energy. You've got to maintain that drive, that fuel. So keep reminding yourself of the mission. Make sure that you are a force of nature. There doesn't need to be a day that goes by where you're just chilling the entire day. I have found that I get so much more done, and I haven't really experienced burnout, even though I've increased my output, my productivity, because I've focused on the priority, the importance of being productive and being a force of nature and just kind of getting excited about the work again. That really helps me sort of feel that sense that I'm really on a path and that I have energy behind me, and I'm able to, of course, knock off those goals a lot more effectively because I'm a sort of force of nature and I'm moving forward. I'm extroverting, I'm getting myself out there, I'm marketing, I'm doing everything, I'm doing whatever it takes to hit those goals, and I'm enjoying that process. And that for me is me being on my path. So hope that helped, guys. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. It also helps algorithms and stuff to sort of get this video pushed up a bit. And subscribe, hit the bell if you're on YouTube, and make sure you share this with your friends if you enjoyed it and you've got friends that enjoy it. See you guys.